use permit. We're trying to get a conditional use permit, which is granted to everybody else here, but they seem to be holding ours back. And there seems to be laws against, your right to privacy, your right to assembly, your right to free speech, and your right to practice your religious principles. There seem to be quite a few laws here in the county that prohibit that. So we're trying to find somebody that knows a way of establishing those rights, making it very clear that it is okay for us to go forward and have classes and gatherings and whatever prayer and meditation circles, and and ways in which that we can work in harmony with the county. We're trying to jump through their hoops, but some of their hoops are just so ridiculous. It's unbelievable, and so it's very hard to comply. And we have basically, it's interesting. We've operated for 24 years here with no problems. I mean, so when people come in and make problems where none exist and then demand all these fees and everything else, we're trying to comply with that and work with them in harmony, but it's getting to a point now where we could use some major legal advice in this manner or assistance. And, also some ways, engineers. We need some engineers to engineer a septic system that we can expand, the one that's fully functional and had no problems whatsoever, but some reason we have to expand it. So, things of that nature. But if you want to contact us, just contact ecetievents@gmail.com if you have some expertise in this area. And we're looking for a somewhat enlightened lawyer that can step in and understand, the importance of the work being done here and kind of help champion the goals and ideals that are being expressed here. We'll probably have some work. We'll probably be doing some canning and some harvesting around September. Right now we're kind of full. But again, the best way to do it is just contact ecetievents@gmail.com, and then we can get in touch with you then. I wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the photographs that were coming here, that are happening here. Actually, not coming. Well, they are coming here. The beings are coming here. But I find this really interesting is that there are people that have written books about Mary and Mary's appearance. And there's people that profess to be staunch Catholics, and love Mary, and Jesus and other religious orders. But if you step outside their box, they have a real problem with that, and they don't realize that the masters of the past, the great masters and the great teachers in every culture, were connected to the higher dimensions. They came in from the higher dimensions. They incarnated from those higher dimensions. And now those higher dimensions are coming here, and they're coming to the earth, and the veils are coming down. So it makes common, sense, basically, that they would be making themselves known. And the same grand masters of the past that have been on the planet would probably start appearing as the veils come down. So this phenomenon is actually happening here at the ranch, and we have taken some phenomenal pictures. Actually, a Japanese monk took these pictures, and he had Mary appear out in front of the place he was staying, next to our gardens, in a beautiful blue light that was lighting up the whole sky. And he thought it was the moon, but it wasn't the moon. And then he photographed it, got a picture of this beautiful blue energy, and this is what I experienced as a child when I was healed at 5 years old from bronchial pneumonia. And out of that blue light, this being appeared, and she was all dressed in blue, just beautiful being, with a shawl on her head and electric blue eyes. And so he got a photograph of this being appearing to him. And then in the teacher's training classes, where we teach people how to connect with the higher consciousness and energy to actually experience these other dimensional realities, we had her appear again. And the same Japanese monk named Kan also filmed this event and filmed her appearing to the group. Everybody felt her. People were crying. It was just a phenomenal event. And so he actually saw her, because he has those abilities, and photographed her. And so this event went out on the website. It's on the front page of eseti.org. We've sent this out again to all the major talk show hosts, some professing to be aligned with this, and haven't heard a peep. So we have to ask ourselves, what's wrong with this picture? This is a major event. We've got UFOs landing, morphing into 3, powering up, interacting with people here, thousands of hours of this, every size, shape, and color. We have masters appearing here. The field of dreams out there is so charged. We have spontaneous healings happen here all the time. And then again, we have to ask ourselves, why is this being censored? Why is this not being covered? And, it's time maybe that all of us as individuals start asking that question. And we start asking the people that are in these seats of power, that are voices, send them an email and say, what's up? Why are you not covering this? And just see what happens. So, it's time that the people rise up and demand answers. And use your computers, use your email, use your voice, whatever, and just say, what is wrong with this picture? Why are you not allowing this knowledge, these heavenly experiences to get out and let people know what's happening and that it's available to everybody. And that's something I think each and every one of us can do as a volunteer, is to really start questioning and put pressure on wherever you think it needs to go, and ask them, look, this is a matter of integrity. It's a matter of walking walking your talk. It's a matter of getting to the truth, and if this is a problem for you, then we have to really look at where your allegiance lies, and are you in search of the truth, and who do you really serve? And I think these questions need to be asked, and it's time for all of us to pretty much rise up and ask these questions. It's time for us to live in harmony with each other and the planet. It's time for us to question the reckless greed and the destruction of the planet. It's time for us to, stand up and be a voice and just say enough's enough, and do it with loving compassion. Maintain your self-authority. Don't do it as a victim or anger, because that's just going to create more problems. But it is time for us to stand our own self-authority, to rise up to the occasion and ask the hard questions, and hopefully we'll all stand together in doing this in the days to come. But we're out of time, so I hope people enjoyed these questions. And if you have further questions, please send them to eseti.org. Go to the website and send us an email from there, and we'll see if we can answer your questions. But anyway, this is James Gilliland signing off with Contact Has Begun.